तो ERPs में क्या होता है, ये सब जुड़े हुए हैं. सेल्स विल टॉक टू परचेज, परचेज विल टॉक टू इन्वेंट्री, इन्वेंट्री विल टॉक टू द फाइनेंशियल्स. इसका बेनिफिट ये है कि आप जब भी परचेज में एक एंट्री कर रहे हैं, उसी टाइम पे उसका फाइनेंशियल एंट्री सेम टाइम आपका फाइनेंशियल्स में आएगा.
Minutes moment counts gets the information.
Then the advantage is there is accountability, responsibility, accuracy in reporting. अगर आपको एक ऑडिटर पूछ रहा है कि ये कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स का एंट्री आपको कैसे मिला, तो इमीडिएटली आपको वो एंट्री आ जाएगा. Some companies would be interested in tracking the salesman efficiency. So in the CRM, how many leads have you generated? How many meetings your salespeople does to convert that leads to an opportunity? So those need to be tracked.
Till accounting, everything is up to date and in their owner's control.
The owner will have full control and he will have deeper insights. So what is the benefit for the owner? The decision making is very quick.
So you don't have limits then. No borders, no limit. You make one company in India, another company in United States. Everything, he opens his screen and he has all data.
Absolutely. The geographies, the countries, the locations doesn't matter.
बिजनेसमैन एक ऐसा अल्फाज है, ऐसा एक शब्द है, एक ऐसा वर्ड है जो हर इंसान को सुनना बड़ा पसंद है. ट्रेडर हों, प्रोफेशनल्स हों, डॉक्टर्स हों, इंजीनियर्स हों, सीए हों, एवरीवन वांट्स टू लिसन द वर्ड बिजनेसमैन. उसका सबूत ये है कि आप डॉक्टर्स को देख लीजिए, दे आर मेकिंग चेन ऑफ हॉस्पिटल्स एंड दे आर एंटरिंग इन द बिजनेस. और लैब्स, सीए एडवोकेट्स को देखिए, दे आर मेकिंग लॉ फर्म्स. Startups, they are making multiple startups. Traders also, they are upgrading themselves to become businessmen. So businessmen होना सबको पसंद है. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हर अगर चीज़ को खरीद के वो बेचा जाए, if you buy something and sell, that is business. That is trading. Now, what is the difference? Trading and business. Trading, you just buy something or give services and you make some money. The difference in trading and being businessman is that business is done with complete structure. Means you have all the ventricles like HR, supply chain, accounts, with all the functionalities. When you do and add a value addition to your trading, that is called business. अब सवाल ये है, हर आज का ग्लोबलाइजेशन के दौर में और कंपटीशन के दौर में आप एक जगह से अपने बिजनेस को नहीं कर सकते. सो यू नीड मल्टीपल लोकेशंस इन मल्टीपल सिटीज और कंट्रीज. अब सवाल ये है कि लोग देखते हैं कि एमएनसीज जो है वो 100-200 उनके आउटलेट्स होते हैं, एक ही सिटी में बहुत सारे आउटलेट्स होते हैं, एंड दे मेक इट प्रॉफिटेबल. और अगर हम एक ही शहर में 2 आउटलेट बना लें, एक में हम खुद रहें, दूसरे में न रहें, तो वो हमें लॉस देता है. तो अब सवाल ये आ गया कि हम किस तरह अपने मल्टीपल लोकेशंस का बिजनेस को करें कि हमें प्रॉफिटेबल हो. इसके 2 जरिए हैं जो आज के दौर में बहुत टेक्नोलॉजी ने आसान कर दिया है. पहला है CCTV, विच गिव्स यू द फिजिकल सिक्योरिटी, और दूसरा है ERP. ERP मीन्स एंटरप्राइज रिसोर्सेज प्लानिंग. वो आपके इनर बॉडी यानी आपकी सोल ऑफ बिजनेस है, वो उसको स्ट्रेंथ देता है. आज के हालात में क्योंकि बिजनेस बहुत तेजी से बढ़ रहा है, तो देयर आर मल्टीपल सप्लायर्स ऑफ ERP, यानी इवन फ्लडेड. सो एनीवन कम्स एंड सेल्स यू द ERP and you don't know what to buy, like your clothes, your shoes, you know what you require. You have to do with your ERP also. You don't have to get carried away with the sales people. From your business, you should understand कि आपको ERP की ज़रूरत क्या है. Welcome, Mr. Rakesh. We welcome you to our podcast channel, Conversation with Dr. Qutubuddin. Alan Vasilin, you came here on my special request. Thanks a lot. Please introduce about yourself, your education, and your journey in ERP business.
Thank you very much, Dr. Qutub. And it has been a pleasure to meet you, and what our interactions which we had previously were all really fruitful, really resourceful.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Introduce myself. I came into this ERP industry from 1999 onwards. So which means close to some 27 years.
27 years. Wow, long journey.
Yeah. So I did my education. I'm a MBA finance.
So you are from finance. Wow, that's added advantage.
Correct.
Edge, yeah.
That has helped me a lot in closing many of these ERP conversations, because at the end of the day, all ERP conversations will end in the finance.
So you catch the nerves.
Correct.
You catch the nerves of business.
Absolutely. So that's about me. I started with a plantation ERP company. So that's where I started off with.
Plantation means agriculture.
Agriculture.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that had got its own nuances to capture. So
Wow.
from there, I moved on to the current company. Here we talk about ERPs for manufacturing, ERPs for trading and distribution companies, for contracting companies. So these are the verticals that we focus on. So I work for a company called Ascensio Software. Ascensio Software, and I take care of the sales engineering or the pre-sales function.
Wow.
So I used to go along with all the sales folks, understand their requirements, and then we will finally close the deal. We'll end up the deal, and then we'll hand it over to the implementation. So I'll be available for an end-to-end.
End-to-end. So this means you are the person who knows ERP from scratch to end.
Absolutely.
Very nice. So you are the right person who understands ERP well, because some companies, they only have some people, they do the pre-sales, some people they do the implementation, and some people they do the support. It is very good that you know everything. So my viewers will get the complete 360-degree idea of the ERP business today and how to get the ERP.
Absolutely. So once you are into different phases of ERP. So I started my career with an implementation profile. So that will give you a deeper insight into how the ERPs look like.
So you started with yourself the implementation, which is
Yes.
one of the best part of when you buy the ERP.
Correct. So we'll go through all the phases of implementation, and then we also get actively involved in the support functions
That's
also at a
also very
later point of
important,
time.
yeah.
So we understand each requirement. When a customer spells out his business challenge, or when a customer spells out his requirement, we'll be able to easily map it back in our mind.
That's great. That's really nice to hear. Rakesh, so what we'll do, because we want our viewers to get the complete knowledge from scratch to ends. So if you can give us some direction or limelight about how ERP came in existence, and what are the fundamental requirement of ERP, and how is different from normal accounting software. I know earlier people used to do the accounting. That's a normal accounting software. So what are the fundamentals that we can call is a full ERP, complete ERP?
So ERP evolved. ERP never came on one single day that, okay, this is an ERP. So there are some predecessors to ERP.
Acha.
So when you talk about predecessors, you would have seen in those days, the softwares are all separated.
अच्छा.
तो परचेज के लिए एक सॉफ्टवेयर, सेल्स के लिए एक सॉफ्टवेयर, इन्वेंट्री के लिए एक सॉफ्टवेयर, अलग अलग सॉफ्टवेयर बनाता है
पहला शुरू में. अच्छा.
और अकाउंटिंग के लिए एक अलग सा सॉफ्टवेयर रखेंगे. और अकाउंटेंट का काम है ये जो सॉफ्टवेयर है उसी में से रिपोर्ट आप मंथ एंड में निकाल के उसका समरी बना के उसको आप फिनेंशियल पे ट्रांसलेट करो.
सच ए टीडियस.
तो सब मैनेजमेंट के लिए, ऑडिटर्स के लिए, सब लोगों के लिए ये कुछ प्रॉब्लम, हेडेक था. तो हाउ डू वी करेक्ट दिस? सो इन 1960s दिस वाज द सिनेरियो. Slowly, as and when it evolved. So in 1960s, it was more called as a MRP software, Material Requirement Planning.
Okay, material requirement. Yeah.
That was
Planning,
the name. Yeah. So how should I plan my material? How much material should I bring in? So how much should I sell? How much should I keep in stock? What is the trend? So उसके बाद close to 1990s is where the ERP really evolved.
Okay.
तो ERPs में क्या होता है, ये सब जुड़े हुए हैं. Sales will talk to purchase will talk to inventory will talk to the financials. तो इसका बेनिफिट ये है कि आप जब भी परचेज में एक एंट्री कर रहे हो तो उसी टाइम पे उसका फिनेंशियल एंट्री सेम टाइम आपका फिनेंशियल्स में आएगा.
मिनट्स मोमेंट द अकाउंट्स गेट्स द इंफॉर्मेशन.
Then the advantage is there is accountability, there is responsibility, there is accuracy in reporting, there is clarity in reporting. अगर आपको एक ऑडिटर पूछ रहा है कि ये कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स का एंट्री आपको कैसे मिला, तो इमीडिएटली आपको वो एंट्री आ जाएगा शुरू से सप्लाई चेन से. तो दिस इज द ब्यूटी. सो 1990 पे व्हेन दिस ERP केम इन, देन देयर वर वेरी फ्यू प्लेयर्स इन द मार्केट, बट इट वाज गोइंग वेरी स्टडी, इट वाज गोइंग वेरी रॉबस्ट. So as and when it evolved, in 2000 the ERP became web interfaced. तो पहले आपको पता होगा वो क्लाइंट सर्वर एप्लीकेशन हम जो बोलते हैं, तो उसमें क्लाइंट सर्वर में आपको कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल करना होगा, वो सॉफ्टवेयर में से दिस विल गेट ओपन. दैट्स हाउ एवरीथिंग वाज हैपनिंग. But then, when in 2010, Explorer based or the graphical user interface came into existence, that point of time, the situation changed.
Okay.
There is no software required. You just go to Explorer, Internet Explorer, and then start using the system. So that's the change what happened in 2000. 2010, it became even more matured. So that's the time when everything was going into cloud. So now it's all about AI. Now it is more of ERP as a service. So all these are fragmented but still connected to each other.
I was asking, so as you told me, there are different functionalities. Can you please tell my viewers what functionalities there are in the ERP, and it should be in the ERP if they are opting for the ERP?
So it depends on what business are you in. So if you are in a trading business,
Yeah.
so what you will have is you will have procurement, which means your purchase. आपको खरीदना है तो कौन सा सप्लायर से आप खरीद रहे हो, आप उसका सप्लायर का इवैल्यूएशन कैसे कर रहे हो, आप हाउ डू यू सेंड द PO टू द सप्लायर, हाउ डू यू रिसीव द मटेरियल. सो दीज आर ऑल these are the supply chain. So it starts with the procurement function. Then once you receive the material, where are you storing it? So you will maybe some companies will have a central warehouse where you will store, and from the central warehouse it will go to other multiple warehouses. So ये सब ट्रैकिंग करने के लिए आपको इन्वेंट्री का एक मॉड्यूल चाहिए.
So we start with supply chain, then inventory.
Inventory. So supply chain is a very broader subject. Sometimes
We can say purchase.
Correct. So maybe some people will combine both these purchase and inventory to call it as a supply chain. Yeah. So how my supply chain is getting accounted in the system. So that's what we are doing from a supply chain. So this is one. Then we also need to take care of the sales function. So in a sales function, there are different ways. So some trading companies might not be interested in tracking the sales folks' daily activities because they know that the sale will come, because the sale will come through some other media like emails or maybe through WhatsApp and all of that. Some companies would be digital media. Some companies would be interested in tracking the salesman efficiency. So to track the sales, there is something before sales which is called the CRM. So in the CRM, how many leads have you generated? What are the conversion of these leads? How many meetings your salespeople does to convert that leads to an opportunity? So those need to be tracked. This is the CRM function. So when I say CRM, it can be something before the sale is happening. This is one part of CRM. After sale also there is a CRM part. So people are used to say this CRM for the pre-sale and the post-sale engagement. The one which I said is for pre-sale. For post-sale also it matters. Last year, how many orders did I receive for, let's say, a rubber-based product or for a plastic-based product? I need to understand the trend and then plan my current sale. So here also CRM is used.
How many calls you have done? How many calls closed?
Absolutely.
You get business, or you have the all data with you.
Absolutely. So some companies who are into electronics, IT, trading and distribution would love to hear this because some license renewals. So those kind of scenarios, they would be interested to know how many license should I renew, or how many customers are about to near the expiry of license, so that I can send them a quote well before.
That this you get from CRM?
Absolutely.
And you got the pop-up in your email if someone's license is expiring, or if you have a contract is expiring. Okay, that's very, very useful.
Absolutely. So this is the CRM part. And then once you have a continuous sale, then you need to understand how many orders have you received, what's your delivery status, are there any returns received from the customer. So these are all the sales related functions.
Sales return also reported in CRM?
See, it is mostly reported on the sales function.
Sales function.
Because as a sales head, I would like to know how many orders, how many returns, which product is moving fast, which product I am not able to sell. Customer complaints are more. So all these gets recorded in the sales module. So we talked about purchase, or supply chain, and then we talked about the sales function. So then as a part of the supply chain, you will also have your inventory function where you will carry out the transfers of inventory. You will also carry out the stock take functions. So those functions are all involved in the inventory module.
So this, if we have multiple warehouses in multiple location, even different cities also, we can track everything where the stock is lying. Suppose you are selling electronics, so you have two fridges in some other inventory, not in your town. You can see in this
Absolutely,
inventory.
absolutely. So the inventory module closely works with the sales function also. As you rightly said, how nice it would be if my salesperson comes to know that I don't have location, I don't have stock in my location, but I have stock in other location. So I'll be able to promise the customer that, look, I'll not be able to deliver you right now, but I have the stock. I'll be able to transfer the stock from that particular location to this location. So this will help me to plan my inventory. So this is where the integration between all these modules happen from an ERP perspective.
And secondly, what I see in our businesses also, if some stock lying and is not sold over a time, suppose 2 years or so, they can also get that aging report and expiry report also. This product is expiring. If it's a food chain or pharma or where the expiry is very important.
Absolutely, absolutely. That planning plays a very important role because inventory carrying cost is something which all business owners are worried about because this is directly hitting your capital. Your working capital. So how do you effectively manage that? So this kind of tool will help you to get a deeper insight into what is the inventory aging and how the inventory performed in last year. So what is that I'm lacking this year? How to stock it. So this will help you to track your inventory.
Yeah, and if it's the expiry is near, they can put the offers or some attractive that buy one get one free, or they can put as add-on with some and get out that inventory.
Absolutely.
If you have proper inventory management.
Absolutely. The promotion management can be linked to this. So that's again one very good point that you have highlighted, Dr. Kutub. So I've talked about the supply chain, I've talked about the sales function, and the beauty in all of this is the net result of all of this lies in the accounting. So you will have all the vouchers automatically getting posted from each of these modules. So the moment you make a receipt of goods, the impact of that on the financials happens immediately. So you will have a very interactive system whereby you will get these informations on the fingertips. You as a business owner will come to know what is the sales which has happened today versus what is the cost of sales and what is my direct overheads onto that, and you'll come to know which profitable orders are there and which profitable products are there in the entire scheme.
So as I mentioned in my introduction, so they will be benefited. They can, from one location, they can see all the inventory. They can see all the payments, their vouchers, because till accounting, everything is up to date and in their owner's control.
Absolutely. The owner will have full control and he will have deeper insights. So what is the benefit for the owner? The decision making is very quick. So 1 minute lost is a loss for the entire business. So how do you get properly informed? That is done through all these integrations and through the ERP.
So for example, any owner has 10 companies and 25, 30 locations. So he can, in one shot, he can see everything. He can see his bank, receivable, payables, and inventory, expenditure, everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. As and when your business grows, you will not be able to monitor this without a ERP.
Without ERP.
Yeah. So if you are doing a manual or if you are doing only an accounting software, here is where you will have more. You will not have more control.
So you don't have limits then.
You don't
no
have
borders, no limit. You make one company in India, another company in United States, third company in Africa, in India, multiple locations. Everything, he opens his screen and he has the one screen, he has the all data.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's the beauty in that. The geographies, the countries, the locations doesn't matter.
So that's the reason now people can open, not like before that you work only in your city or nearby one, that's all. Now you can open company anywhere in the world and you have the total control.
Absolutely, absolutely. Especially when products like this e-commerce and all are coming, the boundaries of geographies, countries, locations doesn't exist at all. So you can purchase from anywhere, you can sell from anywhere. So these are quite possible.
So if they are in online business, they can align their online sales with the ERP.
Correct.
So that also getting accounted immediately.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what happens here is it all depends on the product. So you will have a distribution center at primary places, and then you can push your products through online, and then the sale and all will get automatically registered on the back office system. And if you have a logistics arm, or if you are giving this to a third party, they will also be able to manage this. So the delivery process also will become smoother.
So third party or your subcontractors can be involved. What they do, you are getting automatically registered in your ERP. We talk about purchase, then inventory and accounts. Can you put some more light on accounts, because it's a very important part?
So in accounts, there are multiple functions in that. So one would be the accounts payable function, the other one would be the accounts receivable functions, and your normal voucher managements. And then you will also have the other things like bank reconciliations, your budgeting tool, your fixed asset management. So these are the multiple sub-modules when we talk about the accounts.
So everything is included.
Everything
They
is
can see their payables, they can generate the payable reports, aging of their payment, if their payments or receivables.
Correct.
And the vouchers also.
And the vouchers also.
So same time, this means if everything is getting registered, you have everyday profit and loss sheet and balance sheet ready.
Absolutely.
So you can see a number of days what is the profitability in this.
Absolutely.
No need to end for the year end.
Absolutely. You can slice and dice the information. So you will be able to see which type of products are moving faster, which country is going good, or which location is going good, which salesman is going good. So you will be able to see the information in multiple dimensions. So you will be able to take decisions accordingly. Yeah.
So we can see the payment by salesmen also, by customer also. Suppose X salesman, what payment he has collected, you can see exact report.
Absolutely.
And aging also.
Absolutely.
Number of days.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So these are the benefits. So now when we come to the different other modules of the ERP, so it again depends. So right now we were talking about a trading organization. So but if you go to some other organization where manufacturing, so the manufacturing related modules will also get added onto it.
These functionalities, you also have the manufacturing.
So what happens is in manufacturing, one is how you manage your bill of material, how you manage your daily productions, how you manage your reportings, how your QC is managed. So all of these are handled. So where in industries where QC is very significant or important, where you'll have to take your certificate of analysis and all these related reports, and you'll have to have the corresponding readings against these. It's very important to have a QC module. So these are the sub-functions of manufacturing. And another important thing in manufacturing is your maintenance module, your
equipment maintenance.
Because at the end of the day, like human beings, machines are also resources which you need to take care of. It needs proper control, servicing.
Or you have to buy the new machines.
Correct. How your preventive maintenance is happening, how your breakdown maintenance is happening. So these are the areas which also comes along with the manufacturing module.
So earlier I know, because I also lead some companies, we are in trading, we are manufacturing. So earlier days they used to do the manufacturing by single, एक BOM बनाया और उस BOM से उनका manufacturing होता था, and everything then they have to do manuals. Now how the ERP helps in manufacturing from start to end? Can you elaborate, please?
Definitely. Manufacturing is something very different in terms of the product that you manufacture. A chemical manufacturing is completely different to a food manufacturing. It's completely different to a furniture manufacturing. So it all depends on what type of industry you are in. So broadly, there are two types of industries. One is called process and the other one is discrete. So these are the two types of manufacturing you have. So in process manufacturing, it all starts with the bill of material. And then the bill of material will also have different versions of bill of material. So then, what's significant in this is how do you manage this bill of material, how the recipe management is done. So you will have your testing phase of bill of material where you, before introducing a product, you will do a dummy production process. So how do you manage your testing story? So you will also have to create a testing bill of material, and you'll have to track that.
So it will give you some rough idea of your costing of the product.
Absolutely.
So you can change if you want. You can alter your recipes or formulation if your pricing is getting higher, or you can work on that.
Correct.
If you have that bill of material.
Correct. So we call it PLM, or product life cycle management.
Acha.
So in product life cycle management, this is one of the important topic where you start off with the production process, and you will track how many test bill of materials were done, and then what is the result of each of those testings, and how did you evolve, and till the time you consider that as a development bill of material. And then once you confirm it, then from development it will go to the actual bill of material.
So we have first the development.
Correct.
And so what we say we have pilot plants.
Absolutely.
First we do the production trial in a small 5 liters, 20 liters, 10 liters pilot. Once it's done, then we transfer to the shop floor. So same is with the BOM also.
Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. So once you have commercialized, or once you have changed it from the development bill of material to the actual bill of material, so there is where your production starts. Now, the interesting feature is where we stopped at the sales cycle, the production starts. The moment you get an order, the order goes in as an input to your production. So then the question is, how do I channelize all my orders and then confirm to my customer about the delivery process?
Acha.
So here is where something interesting comes in, which is called the master production scheduling, or MPS.
So you have the schedule. Wow.
So with my 100 or 200 orders, how do I channelize these orders so that my production cycle looks very seamless, and I will be able to honor the commitment of to my customers? So once this production scheduling is done, then what happens is, from the production scheduling, the production starts. So then you will need to track the production. So every day, how much did you produce? And then against these particular production, what is your QC inspection person has to record? So in a chemical industry, there might be a lot of parameters which Dr. Kutub, you should be aware of. Against each of these parameters, what are the measurements of each of the production?
You have to control it. Yeah.
You will have to control it. You will have to record that. This actually comes and sits as your certificate of analysis at the end of the day. Each of these measurements are vital and which are required to be tracked. So this is what we call as the in-process QC.
Okay. So what happens once now you have prepared your bill of material. Bill of material, you have all the recipe ingredients. Suppose if you are making a burger, so you have patty, you have salad, you have mayonnaise, you have buns, everything. It's already updated. So suppose you make 100 burgers, for making 100 burgers or something like that, you know what we require exactly. True. By even properly milligram measurement.
Absolutely. So this is what we call as the standard versus actual. So the standard is what the bill of material says. When you make the actual burger, you might have used lettuce a little bit more, or salad a little bit more. So then that will give you a control of what is your standard versus what is your actual deviation. So this will get you a deeper insight how to track this. Or do you need to really change your bill of material because your standards are not right? So this will also help you to understand that.
So once BOM done, you are fixed with the BOM. So the first thing of your production starts from BOM.
Correct. Absolutely. Once the BOM is done, then you will have the work orders to generate. The work orders generation has its roots in sales order, because there are two concepts in work order generation. One is called a make to order or made to stock.
Make to order. Suppose you have 100, you want to produce shirts, or you want to produce any chemicals product like some juice packets, 100 juice packets. So that is on order. So you got the order.
Correct.
Like we order on online that send me 100. We have a party, send me 200 packets of this. So that is on order.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you know that the sale is going to happen next month, I want to keep stock of the order, so I want to stock it. So that's the made to stock. So
Like pharma, they keep ready the tablets. Like we say, talk about paracetamol.
correct,
Everyone knows that they need 100,000 or 500,000 paracetamol next month.
Correct.
So they can do SA storage. They can stock it.
correct. So MTO and MTS, that's what we
MTS.
we used to call
Make to store.
made to store, made to stock.
So it will go automatic to their stores and inventory.
Correct. So depending on these two parameters, the work orders has to get created. So when the work order gets created, it reads from the bill of material and just copies that and puts it in the work order. So the only thing is the quantity might be different. Your bill of material will be for one quantity, but your orders might be for 1,000 quantities. So it's just
N
a
numbers. Just multiplication, simple multiplication.
And when you have your production work order, it will tell you that this is the standard quantity required. And then that would be given to the production team or shop floor.
So automatically, once the production order done by the office, it will go to the inventory to give the production material to production team.
Correct. So the transfer of inventory from your main warehouse to the shop floor happens through the inventory module, which you say.
Okay. So then now the inventory gets involved with your production.
Correct. Now what happens is the daily production reporting has to be done. So when you want to do the daily reporting, again the QC plays an important role. So here is where I said the parameters and the recording of the measurements against these parameters has to happen. This will be done by the QC person. So from work order, the production person will do the reporting. From the reporting, he will do hand it over to the QC, and QC will record the parameters.
So as you told me, the once the inventory is transferred to the production and they have started the production. So is in ERP वो ये रिकॉर्ड हो सकता है कि सपोज उनके 10 कोई केमिकल बना रहे हैं, रॉ मटेरियल है, so they can record it. Suppose they started at 11 o'clock, so 11 बजे उन्होंने क्या प्रोडक्ट डाला, फिर suppose the R&D has asked them to wait for 1 hour to get it mixed and then add the other one, so we can record that timing.
जी, आपको ये प्रोडक्शन रिपोर्टिंग जितने भी फेसेस में रिकॉर्ड करना है वैसे आप कर सकता है. तो आप 1 घंटे में आपका इतना रॉ मटेरियल कंजम्पशन हुआ, आपका इतना आउटपुट हो गया, वो आप रिकॉर्ड कर सकता है. उसमें आपका मशीन लॉग आवर्स, ये मशीन कितना टाइम चलाया, ये मशीन कितना टाइम चलाया, ये भी आप डाल सकता है.
So you are not worker dependent. You are not depends on your skilled workers that उसका दिल किया तो आधे घंटा फिक्स करके दूसरा डाल दिया. He can't. And production manager, someone can see next day that okay, 11 o'clock he has done, 12 o'clock that, 1 o'clock that. Very nice. It's a very important production. Because otherwise this shop floor people, they sometimes they don't follow the instruction from R&D. They do by themselves.
Correct. Another interesting factor is, Dr. Qutub, the production shop floor softwares are available. So many of the advanced machines are having PLCs inside. So what PLCs essentially does is it will be able to transmit the data back to ERP.
Wow.
So on a frequent interval basis, these machines will report back that what is the consumption,
automatically,
what is the energy it has used, how much electricity, how much gasoline, how much diesel. So all these will also get recorded. So this is again one more tool which will help you to do the recording automatically rather than manual recording.
So it's such a strict control of management and the managers.
Correct.
And the foremans.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. So for that, the machines should be of the latest and it should support the PLCs also. So that dependency is there. अगर आपके पास वो सब है तो रिपोर्टिंग भी एकदम आसान हो जाएगा. तो QC के बाद आपको वो एक्सेप्ट कर सकता है. QC person will accept it, he will reject it. Then finally what happens is you will record the final output. So in the final output, you will have a batch number if needed. So in chemical industry, as you know,
food industry, very important.
Very important. Pharma. Along with the batch number, the expiry date also has to be.
That's very important.
Yeah. So then once these also will get recorded. So all of this are happening in the manufacturing module. So when the expiry dates are recorded, one of the important thing which you will love to see is your traceability. ये बैच नंबर में से ये बैच नंबर में मैंने कितना रॉ मटेरियल्स यूज़ किया, ये रॉ मटेरियल्स का सप्लायर कौन है, इसका क्या बैच एक्सपायरी डेट था, तो यू कैन ट्रेस बैक.
इवन अगर मार्केट से कोई कंप्लेंट आती है किसी प्रोडक्ट की, तो यू विल हैव द फुल ट्रेल ऑफ ये from where they have done the mistakes.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you will be able to trace back and you can say that, okay, this supplier was not good. We should consider
so
some
अगर
other supplier.
QC ने रॉ मटेरियल QC में कोई भी अगर गलती कर दी है,
correct,
and if there is a rejection, we can see full trail and we can make out, okay, from there the mistake is done.
correct. So then once you have the final product with the batch number and all of that, then again there is a handover. So some of the companies have a quarantine facility where they used to keep the product, and then there is one more QC process where the QC finally certifies and moves. So once that is also done, then it will go back to your inventory or it will go back to your distribution center for the delivery. The salesperson will get notified and the delivery note will be created and the invoices will be created. So the entire chain gets connected when you have the manufacturing module.
My question, yes. Suppose we have produced the material, QC has passed.
Yeah.
Now once QC says the production is okay. So they do packing, they wait, they do the packing. So how the packing material, suppose you have a time management in production. Now, how much time they have took in packing the goods and the raw material use? How they track packing and menas?
This happens mostly in chemical and food industries where the bulk get manufactured and the packed quantity will be different.
Yeah.
So there are various ways and means to handle this. So within the production itself, you will be able to say the total bulk which you have produced is this much, and out of this particular bulk you will be able to say that, okay, 500 liters of this bulk, I have translated this 500 liters into 5 liters, 100 bottles of 5 liters. So this translation can be done. So when you convert the bulk to the packed unit of measurement, the packaging material used for the costing will also get added on to the cost.
So same BOM or is a different stage?
The easy way to manage this is maintain a same bill of material and have this bulk production, and then from there at the last stage convert from bulk to the packed unit of measurement.
Suppose in same day they do the production and QC get approved, and same day the same BOM they start packaging. So the packaging material, the tapes, the rope, everything gets reported in the BOM?
Everything will be reported in the bill.
Even the menas, electricity, overheads, we say that.
Correct. That's an interesting topic, Dr. Kutub. In fact, there are two types of overheads which we can say. So one is my direct overheads. Certain machines will give the machine log hours. So I'll come to know how many hours it worked. With that, I'll come to know what is the electricity consumed. So I'll be able to directly add the electricity cost to that. So this is one type. The other type is I really don't know, because as an example, I wanted to factor in my management expenses, my building depreciation onto this product. So here is where I'll use a standard basis.
Achha.
So then what happens is you will have a factor defined in the bill of material. If I manufacture one piece of this particular product, by way of my building depreciation, this is the charge it should include in the cost.
Even the depreciation of machines.
Absolutely.
It's added in the
Absolutely.
production. Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So when you have a final product coming out of the system, what you will have is your direct material cost, which will get recorded, because in your production reporting, if you could recollect, I said every reporting will get recorded. So your raw material cost is getting added. Your electricity expenses is getting added. Your overheads by way of this definition will also get
packaging, pallets,
all of that. And your building depreciation, those kind of indirect overheads will also get
added. And human resources also gets added?
If you are in a position to record your log hours, your timesheet of the employees, why not?
This means if you have a proper manufacturing module stage-wise,
Yeah.
stage one manufacturing, stage two packing, stage three transferring, you get a very nice, very accurate pricing of your product.
Absolutely.
This makes your decision very easy.
Very easy. So then once you have the finished product, when it goes to your cost of sales has all of these components, and then your profitability is 99% accurate. I mean, for a benefit of doubt, I'm giving 1%. Yeah, of course, when your actual indirect overheads
Yeah,
costings
this
are
competitive
different.
market, if you have a right price, exact price,
Right.
so you can sell properly. You don't overcharge customers or you undercharge your customers.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is the manufacturing module which gets added on, and then you will also have your maintenance module. So where the equipment maintenance is carried out. So you will have things like preventive maintenance, breakdown maintenance. So these are the two types of maintenance. So in preventive, you say that this particular machine after 5,000 hours, it needs a service change of, or you are saying if it is produced 50,000 units, it needs this change.
Some machines they have the gearbox, so gearbox oil has to be changed.
Absolutely.
Some machines they have the belts.
Absolutely.
That has to be changed. Like cars, we have the belts in machines. So okay, 5,000 hours you remove. You don't have it then breakdown during the production.
Correct.
That can be recorded.
Yeah,
in that.
you define that as a master. So then what system does is it will track it has crossed 5,000 hours or it has crossed 50,000 units. This machine needs this service. So this is what we call as the preventive maintenance schedule.
Like cars, we see the meter. We know 10,000 hours. Go and change your oil.
Correct.
Same like that.
Correct. So then you will carry out the work request and you will do the maintenance, and then you will see whether spares have to be changed. So you can request spares, you can issue that, you can maintain your spare parts inventory. So all those costs also will get added onto your machine.
Wow.
And at the end of the month, you will come to know which machine is costly, which is giving more problems, should I replace it? So you can take such kind of decisions also.
So nothing in dark.
Nothing in dark. So this is the preventive maintenance. You will also have the breakdown maintenance. Suddenly the machine stopped. So the production supervisor can go and record, look, this machine is not working, and then he can record the breakdown maintenance. So then again, the spare parts can be requested, issued. So in short, you will have the full knowledge of your maintenance and the production.
Amazing. I know, because the production is very big headache. Inventory management and production. These are two pain points of the big businesses. True. Sometimes inventory you not record properly. Sales people, they bought the order and you say we don't have this stuff.
True.
Same like production. You produce something and when you see the costing, we are selling it is in 10 rupees or 10 dirhams or $10 and our cost is 11.
True. So these are the modules from a manufacturing per se. So now you will also need to look at some other modules. So if you are into a project business where you are a civil contractor or you are an MEP contractor, so how do you track your projects? So the project management or the contracting is also again another vertical, how you manage your estimates, how you manage your jobs. So these are all the different other areas which also come under the ERP business.
If you are doing projects, or suppose you are running a hospital or a lab, so they can control their usage of raw material by this project management or...
The hospital managements and all will have their own softwares for managing that, because that becomes a different ball game altogether.
Achha.
Where the materials which are required to run a lab, so the issuance of those materials and all of this
consumption of that.
Absolutely. These are done through the inventory module or the ERP, but whereas the front office and the lab management and all the patient management and all are done through specific softwares. Which is
again, that is a ERP only.
that's again an
but
ERP.
Especially built for hospitals. Like same for the law firms.
Absolutely.
How many cases are pending, how many cases, when they have to visit.
Absolutely. So this is again another vertical or another ERP space where there are specific softwares to manage this. Then you will also have another segment of business which is retail. This is again an interesting
and very important.
Very important.
Because everything manufactured or procured goes to retail.
Absolutely.
End of the day.
Absolutely. So retails comes in different style. Again, one we call it as over-the-counter sales, which is you don't have a real POS machine, but you still consider that as a retail. There are pure POS related, point of sales related machines kept and point of sales related sales happening. So here again, there are multiple types of businesses. So if you look at a normal hypermarket or a supermarket, then the point of sales is something different. So where people carry, it's a cash and carry business. So people carry the material, you scan it and then make the invoice. You will also have smaller businesses where the sales happen through like over the counter sales. So this is again another scenario. So here the main reason or the main important thing which you need to take care is about the speed. No customer in a hypermarket or a supermarket would love to wait in the queue for
long.
More than
They get annoyed.
They get annoyed. So it's all about the accuracy. I mean, again, if you are into some luxury goods, let's say watches or jewelry, there again the decision of the customer changes in a second.
Seconds, yeah.
So how do you ensure that the invoices are generated quite faster? Matters. So these are the things which are in the retail segment.
One telephone call at a time of making invoice can kill your sales. He goes out to take the call and then he never comes back.
Absolutely.
So it's to be very quick.
Very quick. And then you will also need to take care of things like loyalty, those kind of things in the retail.
The programs, they have the loyalty programs.
Absolutely.
And all, yeah.
How do you retain your customer? How do you know? There again, the analytics plays an important role, or you will have to, we'll talk about the analytics at a later point of time, as to how many customers bought what all type of products. So you will come to know all of that through the retail module. So this is again another segment. And then it goes on and on, Dr. Qutub. You have your warehouse management module where if you have a big warehouse, you will manage the warehouses. And then if you have some other module, so let's say you are a real estate developer, so how do you manage your real estate? So these are the multiple other modules which we can talk about in the ERP. So ERP is a wider subject.
Everything is included. You say sales, purchase, accounts, CRM. Also, we have the human resources management.
Absolutely. This is again another point which we should look at. This is very vital in ERP. The human resources, you will have to track. So in human resources, we'll normally say there are some 2 or 3 major segments. So one is the HR function, then the payroll, and then the self-service. So these are the 3.
Gratuities.
Leave
salaries.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So all of this. So how do you
recorded
manage it?
in HRM.
Correct. Your leave, attendance, your vacation. How do you plan all of this? I mean, what are the disciplinary actions which you have taken? Have you given any warning letters? What are the promotions which you have given?
Wow.
So you need to keep
KPIs, what we call KPIs, KRS.
All of that.
Everything is recorded.
Everything is.
So you don't have to sit along to decide this person is working well, or he needs some training more, or he needs some.
Correct.
Yeah.